Hello and welcome to Out of My Mind. This is Robinson Wells and I'm here on Out of My Mind. And today we're going to be talking about medicine. Medicine is a difficult topic for people to discuss. There are very heated discussions that go on Facebook where people say you should take medicine and people say you shouldn't. And uh, I will take the suspense away and say I am a full supporter of medicine. I have met one person in my life who has uh, convinced me that maybe she shouldn't be on medicine, although I'm not entirely convinced. Um, but the notion that medicine is bad, that you only take medicine because you can't hack it, because you're not trying hard enough, that is bull crap. Medicine is a modern miracle, and people who dislike medicine because it is medicine should all die of pneumonia. Um, Medicine can cure people and does all the time. Yes, psychiatric medicine, psychoactive medicine uh, has a lot of uh, cons in the pro and cons table, which we'll make today. Um, but it saved my life, and it has saved the lives of many people I know. And I do not, for the life of me, understand why. Well, that's not true. I understand why people will go off of their medication. Um, I don't understand why people around the crazy person, the person on medicine, I don't understand why they will allow it to happen. Um, so, let's get off to a controversial start. These pills right here, these are my antidepressants. Almost all, um, almost all mental health uh, problems are treated with an antidepressant or an SSRI, which stands for something I can't remember, but there is a serotonin in there and there is an inhibitor in there. And basically, what an SSRI does is that your brain runs your behavior and whatever. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a biology understander, I am a person who takes medicine. Um, but basically, your head is producing either too much or too little serotonin, and these drugs, in my case, this is escitalopram, otherwise known as Lexapro. Uh, these regulate the amount of serotonin that is around, whether it's too much or too little. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but they regulate it and it works. By the way, 3 pill bottles are not. It doesn't mean that I take 3 different SSRIs every day. This is a month's worth. And speaking of which, this is as much as the insurance company will pay for, because the government says I should only be able to take 20 milligrams of this. The FDA has said that. My doctor was able to appeal it and get me to take 40 milligrams a day. He said you need to be on 60 milligrams a day, but the insurance won't pay for 60 milligrams a day. They'll only pay for 40 milligrams a day. So this bottle, as you can tell, is different. This bottle I buy on the sly, where I get these from my regular pharmacy, and I charge them to my insurance. And these pills I get from another pharmacy, and I pay them with cash. I don't get reimbursement. Fortunately, they are generics. They cost me $12, and whereas each of these cost me 10. So, not horrible, but there's $30 in medicine, and that's just the beginning. Okay, this is olanzapine. This is the antipsychotic that I'm on. Antipsychotics are what treat the psychosis that I have, the delusions and the hallucinations. I've been on a lot of these. These are one place, along with the antidepressants, but these are one place where you are bound to find side effects. These are a drug called Buspar. Buspar, my doctor described it as kind of the tipping point on a teeter-totter. That it's not a drug that by itself is going to cure anxiety, but what it does is that you already have your other drugs that you're working on your anxiety with, and then he puts this one on the end of the teeter-totter, and it slowly tilts down and is the little bit extra that you need. And he said in some people it works great, and he said in some people it's too little of a tip. For me, it has worked wonders. I have been more healthy in the last 6 weeks that I've been on Buspar than I have been in a long time. The final one that treats the anxiety symptoms, this is Klonopin. Klonopin is a benzodiazapine, which are other benzodiazepines are things like Xanax or Valium. They are drugs that are designed so that when you are in the middle of an anxiety attack, you can take these and they will tamp it down. I have had a love-hate relationship with Klonopin over the years. My good friend Howard Taylor, who is a local cartoonist, he coined the term that I am a Klonopinata, that if you hit me hard enough, Klonopin will fall out. It's because, here's an example. My mom takes Klonopin. And she takes half a pill or sometimes a quarter of a pill at night to help her sleep. When I was at my worst, I was taking 8 pills a day. Even now, I take 3, but I am taking them now spread out. So I take one breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the idea now is, instead of trying to combat a panic attack with it, we try to keep me more mellow all the time to try to stop something from popping up. It frankly doesn't work. I think I'm on Klonopin mainly for the nostalgia of being on Klonopin. It takes... I am so desensitized to it that it takes something like 5 or 6 pills just to take the edge off of panic attack. So I think I probably won't be on Klonopin very much anymore. Okay, now this is different. This one is called propranolol. And propranolol is a drug that combats the side effects of these other drugs. Because all of these drugs have side effects, except for Buspar doesn't have any noticeable ones, but all the other ones have side effects. Propranolol stops specifically pacing and just the feeling like you've got to be moving around, which is good because that drove me absolutely crazy, as you can imagine. Propranolol, I take that at night when I take my other pills because it is in response to the pills. Likewise, these are benztropine. Benztropine is for jitters and skin crawly feelings, which are caused by the medicine. So, this is my medicine. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. Number one, uh, I can function. It has taken 5 years, but let's see. I've been sick since 2011. It's 2017. So I've been sick for 6 years. And only a year ago did I start working. I still have problems at work, and I will still work from home because I have problems at work. Um, but uh, the fact that I'm working at all is a huge thank you to the medicine. The cons are that there are a lot of side effects, and some of the side effects you just don't want to deal with. Um, for example, I was on a drug called Topamax. There's a joke, and I've heard that it is attributable to the TV show House, but I can't ever find where he actually said that, so I'm not sure if it's true. Anyway, people refer to it as the skinny and stupid drug. It keeps you skinny, you lose weight by being on it, but it makes you stupid. In my case, it put me in a stupor where literally, not literally, figuratively, I was not there for 2 years of my life. Um, I remember the biggest event of my writing life was that I got invited to go be at a book festival in Paris. I have very, very limited memories of what took place. I know certain events that took place, such as getting kicked out of the Louvre. Not the Louvre. I got kicked out of Notre Dame. Uh, um, I got kicked out of a cafe. Both of those were for um, being comatose, being falling asleep, and that's not allowed. And there are just 2 years of my life that are gone, and I don't have very many memories of those. My wife says they were very, very hard years. Um, it's not that I wasn't working. I still wrote books. I still did stuff. I just wasn't myself. And that is a drug that a lot of people have been on and a lot of people have suffered through. Um, this is not beer. This is IBC Diet Root Beer, just so you know. Um, Other symptoms, other cons in our list of pros and cons. One of them is weight gain. Since I have been on medicine, I have gained 60 pounds. Um, when I was on the Topamax, I lost weight, which was nice. But being off of Topamax, I have gained 60 pounds, and I am fighting it. I lost 20 of it and then gained 20 of it back. Um, and that is something that faces almost everyone because that is an SSRI issue, generally speaking. And that is the drug that almost all mental health patients get. All right, so I got editing this episode and realized that it was extremely long, and so I have decided to cut it here, and we'll come back and we will continue this discussion later and get into things like alternative medicine and more of the reasons and decisions that people have made to go off of medicine. So for now, I love you all. I will see you on Thursday, and recommend us, subscribe, share, click the like button, and thanks for watching.